Happy holidays, everyone. I hope that you're having a great holiday eve, Christmas Eve, or whatever it is that you celebrate or don't celebrate. The point is, this special is to celebrate holidays and the time that we've had together. And I think it's going to be quite a special one. Now, I'm a big proponent. Can you see my shark? Or not my shark, my cat doing shark things? She's down here. Like, I wonder if I can get her on. No, not the tree. Not the tree. Not the tree. I'm a big proponent of being cozy during the holiday season, so hopefully you are too. We probably look like a hot mess, but hey, hey, stop messing with the tree. Sorry about that. But yeah, I hope that you're all having a great holiday. So you might be asking, what the hell am I gonna see? Hey, stop. I literally caught her on camera vandalizing the tree. She knows she's not supposed to do that. We're gonna be recapping the amazing year we had together, as well as it's gonna be, recapping some of our biggest videos, some highlights from them, some behind the scenes of, I guess some of the things that I've shot. There's some footage that I didn't quite put into the Magmel Mixer or Anime Expo that I might show here. And then we've reached out to some other content creators in the Mabinogi sphere to see if they had anything that they wanted to submit, yapping about content that they never finished, kind of behind the scenes look, all that great stuff. So it's going to be a great holiday special. And I'm actually working on something for the holidays, another Mabinogi and chill. So maybe I'll include some clips of me working on that as well. Who knows? Let's jump right into the video. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everyone. Let's go. In 2022-2023, I rolled out a video talking about Mabinogi and the state of the game and whether or not you should play. So what you just watched is a new little preview trailer type beat to hype up Unreal Engine Mabinogi. Mabinogi has released some translated Project Eternity information, and with this we actually get some new footage that wasn't available on the Korean website. Before we jump into this, I do want to say it's dark in here because it's late, but I also want to say shout out to Nexon for giving me early access to this. Now, in terms of making content, we had a great year. And mind you, these are just some of the top bangers that get like the most views. But at the end of the day, views don't really matter. To me, it's just a hobby. I'm making the game, having fun. I'm making the videos, and I'm having fun, right? It's just a great time to spend it with all of you. Some of these videos get so many comments I can't even keep up, and it's kind of overwhelming. I know these are good things to complain about, but the point is, I'm sincerely grateful from the bottom of my heart, okay? Each one of you that click on any of these videos, even comment, it just absolutely means the world to me. And I figured I'd highlight some of the channel's biggest ones in case you're new to the channel as well. But end of the day, the thing that I'm trying to say is I wouldn't be here without you. And all these views that we pulled together on some of these videos is all thanks to you. So it's been a crazy year. Those are just some of the top grossing ones. But now it's time to get into our gacha highlight reel. We had a whole year of gachas, opening gachas every month. And some of them I didn't upload because it just went terribly bad. But the ones I did, it went all right, but not the best. All right. So I just woke up. I got like 22 gachapon boxes to open. And I figured, why not do that today? Like, where am I? We're already on the last box. It's been 4 minutes. And I got nothing. This is why when I tell people to stay free to play and don't buy gachas, this is why, okay? Okay. So I just woke up, alright? And I'm bundled up and I'm looking a little bit like a gremlin because my apartment building has no heat. And they're working on it, but it's cold and I gotta record this video. It's like super early. Anyways, that's that. We're gonna try our luck again today. I feel like it's not gonna be good. I don't know what to expect from it, but I'm probably not gonna get anything I want. So, trash. Trash. Oh, what the? Magic defense 9 and magic protection 7. Not bad. So, we're already down to... Oh, hold on. So I just checked and we got no banner items. I don't know why I do this to myself. You know what? I do it so that way you guys don't have to. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We got some gachas today. So, why am I wearing a hoodie and hat inside? Well, because I'm cozy. I'm comfortable, it's what I'm doing. Now, either you hate gachas, or you love them. Or you hate that you love them, or you love that you hate them. There's no winning when it comes to gachas. Personally, I hate that I love them. But, the thing is, okay? The thing is, I know that I have bad luck. So, I go into it expecting nothing. Whoa, I did not know this was in there. We get that from a wedding box? How is a skull face a part of the wedding box? It's not too often you're getting poisoned. Oh, okay, bro. I have not managed to get a single effect change card yet. And there's a few I wanted, but I couldn't justify buying them. Like, they're cool, but like... Now, the best thing I got was a change effect card. Other than that, I got nothing. Anyways, I have no regrets. So if you watch any other gacha videos, you know I have bad luck. So we're just gonna rapid fire through these gachas to see what we get. And, you know, that's why you don't have to open them yourselves. Wink, wink. Now, as excited as I am for these, okay, I have bad luck. I never get anything that I want. And that's that. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We got nothing. So since we have less Summer Fiesta pet boxes, we're gonna open those first, and we're gonna go on to the Crocus. Garbage. And a Phoenix. A Phoenix is worth some money. Crocus. Probably not gonna get anything. So far, it seems like our Red Fairy Dragon is what we have that's the best. Ooh. Now this is big money here. This has to be big money. I don't ever use Ice Spear, so... And that's only 2 mil? Come on, bro. They used to be so much more. But we got some good old gachapons. Roughly 44, if I'm mathing right. Yeah, you know the drill. We're gonna see my bad luck. I saw that Chloe pulled almost a 300 mil item last month. Now that's my goal, is to top that. I don't think I'll ever top that, but that's my new benchmark. Come on, hit me with the animation. Ooh. A little too majestical for me. I'm not much of a tail guy. I find they just look out of place on outfits. Like, some people can pull them off, I'm just not one of them. We opened some gachapons on stream. Now, because they were the Halloween ones, it kind of took us a hot minute to get through them, okay? Because there is just so much going on when it comes to Halloween ones. Monsters spawning, people showed up, we started fighting them, people died. The hen caught a stray. Everyone just sit down. Not everyone's sitting down. Everyone needs to sit down for a second. There we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people sitting down for Halloween. Not everyone. Oh, that's 5. 5 people sitting down for Halloween. That's the ticket. We only got one disrespectful person here. Hello, it's me again. So just a slight intermission, just to yap a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed the recap so far. Now, if you can see behind me, I still have my summer patio furniture out. Now, mind you, it's a little wet. It's a little wet, and the cushions aren't there. But we're this close to Christmas on the East Coast, and we still have no snow. If you celebrated Christmas with snow before, then you know it's extremely illegal to celebrate Christmas without snow. It feels wrong. Anyways, that's all. I just wanted to complain about the lack of snow here. It's nice, but it sucks. I don't know. If you experience a cold winter before you get it, the snow's nice, but it sucks. Anyways, let's move on to the next bit of content here. Now, this first thing here is actually cut content that we never ended up using. So whenever we were going to LA, we found out Mabinogi wasn't actually going to come with us. I was trying to find a way to include all the Soul streamers in this video project that I had in mind. So this whole idea I had was like a 20-minute long episode of the Soul streamers going to the Nexon office. And I wanted it to be shot exactly like the TV show The Office. And so the base premise of the episode was going to be, of course, content creators are here and running around the office and doing whatever they want. Nexon employees wouldn't be happy about it, but we would be having a blast. We would continue bugging the Nexon employees for something to do until finally they say, sure, we're going to take an hour-long lunch break. Just click this button here and I'll make sure the game goes back live after maintenance. So of course we would mess something up because it's such a simple task, but you know, content creators, we're kind of dumb. And that's where this video came in. It was like a camera interview like they do in The Office with Mabinogi, the camera crew telling him what happened. Like, hey, they broke the game server, it's not live anymore, somebody messed it up, who do you think it is? All right, I'll roll the clip for you now.
Yeah, they asked me to come out this year. But when I heard they wanted us to sit back and see if the servers were coming up after maintenance, I knew something was gonna go wrong. Do I know who messed it up? Man, it was probably Hero. He always messes stuff up. It could have been Firelight, Casket Kicker, Rock Fizzle, Luminacy. It could have even been Fade and Jade for all I know. Or maybe, just maybe, it was Tamara, always starting stuff. Crazy. Never mind, it don't really matter who did it. They all capable of messing stuff up, really, if we're being honest. Am I in a con? No.
What's up, everybody? It's Mabinogi. I want to apologize in advance for my crappy sounding voice. I'm a little on the sick side, but I do want to talk about a series that just didn't quite work out anymore, an idea that had to be shelved. There was a series that I made on my YouTube channel that arguably introduced a lot of people to me as a content creator, and maybe even some people to Mabinogi as a whole. It's called Maintenance. Maintenance was a web series that was made in the style of, I would say, Robot Chicken. It was a really random compilation of video clips from the Mabinogi community featuring voiceovers from myself and sometimes my friends, little video sketches. It was just a creative compilation, and people were encouraged to make their own jokes and to submit them, usually as a video response. But this is partially why maintenance kind of didn't work out anymore as time would go on. YouTube used to facilitate the video response as a feature. This is gonna date me here, it's gonna show my age. Over time, that feature was abused by other content creators and slowly it was removed. But then you also had a private message feature in Inbox. People could inbox video clips that they gave me express permission to download in VoiceOver. YouTube would remove the inbox. The Mabinogi community as a whole would slowly stop uploading as much video clips as they used to, as the little in-game recording feature became more buried behind other features and became slowly more and more irrelevant, as people thought of it as more of a headache to use due to the large file sizes that it often produced. So over time, I really found myself less inspired to keep making episodes of maintenance, as I thought that it sort of defeated the point of what it had become. It was always a series that featured video clips from all over the community. If it was just my own pre-made sketches, it didn't feel as special as the previous episodes were. And over time, they felt less funny to me too. I think my sense of humor started to pivot a little bit, just a little bit. So I felt like it got less funny over time as well, compared to the earlier seasons. Wow, I'm making it sound like an actual like TV show. It wasn't. But yeah, maintenance, that's why it stopped. There's an argument that maintenance could come back in the form of like having Discord host clips, but I really do think that most people just don't record themselves playing Mabinogi anymore. Just is what it is. Maybe that'll change in the future, but that's my story. That's my scrapped project. For those that didn't know, a little tidbit, it was always called maintenance because I tried to strategically upload the episodes during scheduled maintenance. And also joking that the game was kind of broken. But anyways, Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday and a Happy New Year as well. Take care.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Next up, we actually have Taminogi. So, Taminogi, like me, if she doesn't like something, she doesn't keep the footage around. Can't blame her. But I did reach out to her, and she said she'd be more than happy to. She forgot to say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays in her video, but I'll say it for her. That's A-okay. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays from Taminogi. Now let's roll the clip. Let's go.
Taminogi here. Content creators put a lot of effort into their ideas, and sometimes they just don't work out. In my case, I had a series that I had put out 2 videos of, and then decided it just didn't fit quite right. I have a series called Mabinogi that I've done for a couple of years now, and it showcases Mabinogi fashion in a magazine form. I wanted to do a spin-off called Mabinogi Icons, and at first I thought it was going to work out really well, but it ended up just not living up to what I wanted it to be. It didn't get the recognition for the effort I put into it either, and when I did the destructive robe version of the video, I felt like it became more of a meme instead of actually thinking of the fashion aspect that it also brings to us. What I envisioned for Mabinogi Icons was that it would be just like the Mabinogi magazines, but instead it would be animated, and it would feature somebody new showing off a beautiful outfit every single video. It would then list everything that they're wearing, and they would pose very nicely to show off these items. If they had a theme, it would be themed, we would go to a new area that would fit that theme, and the idea was, let's say it's Halloween. Let's get somebody who wears a lot of dark colors and normally has more of a Halloween vibe to them, and so then that would be released near Halloween. I also remember this being the first series that I worked on when I got Adobe Premiere Pro for the first time. So it was, in the end, something that helped me learn how to grow my other videos in the future. I'm sad that it didn't work out for the time being, because it just didn't pick up like the other videos did. But maybe in the future I can go back to it and do something different with it.
All right, next up we got Fading Jade, the amazing artist who we've just collabed on like a project recently. That's not out yet. Mabinogi and Unreal Engine, or Mabinogi and Chill 4 coming out soon. I don't even know how to describe this. It's great. I love it. It's kind of what I do. It must be like that inner Canadian. So I'll just play the video. Enjoy Jade talking about some unreleased stuff that she's been working, or that she was working on and never finished. It's cool to have a switch up from like what I do. I make music and play Mabinogi. She draws and plays Mabinogi, so it's cool contrast. Roll it.
here is a project that I was working on. Let's just play it before I yap about it. It was an animated video that I wanted to put together for a bunch of different characters in our D&D game, but I never ended up finishing it, because I don't know. I think I lost interest after a while. There was like a whole second part that was supposed to be in like this section for the rest of the song, but I never finished it. I think when I started doing like the different frames here, look, you have like Ledeka and Ueka, the Mabby moons in the background. Yeah, when I was making it, I think what ended up happening was that the story in our game progressed so fast from the initial idea of this animation that I didn't really want to do the second half, because I feel like we just like moved past that story point. And then it's tough. Making animated videos is a lot of work. It's difficult. I've made a few. I don't usually make them, but I've made a few, and they're always a lot of work. But they always look so good. They always look so good in the end. But yeah, that was one of the videos that I never actually finished. But I do have some art. I have a bunch of art that, well, okay, maybe not a bunch of art. I have some art that I haven't finished. So let's look at those. Here we go. Here's one. This was a meme, like art trend that was happening, where you would take a color wheel and take your like OCs or characters, or just like characters from games, and make them for each little wedge of the color wheel. And I was like, oh, I can do this with all of my OCs that I have and stuff. And then I made like this sketch. I was like, oh, maybe who should I put in these different colors? Like, obviously Maeve would be red because she has red hair, but maybe she'd be in gold because, you know, she's a paladin and a holy light or something. I don't know. And then I put it all together, and then I was like, I don't know. I think maybe I don't really like where they're placed on the color wheel, and also like some of these characters are, I'm not very interested in them anymore. Like some of them I don't really use per se. I'd say like this whole half of the wheel I don't use very much anymore. But I don't know. It was a fun idea. I might come back to this one eventually. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks because I usually end up doing this. Is like I get really involved in like one character. And that obviously right now is Oslo. And then every other character doesn't matter as much to me. But I think they deserve their time in the light eventually. One day I'll draw them more. Everybody knows Ozzy, but hardly anybody knows some of these other characters. But yes. What is some other stuff that I have? Oh, okay, here was a project that I was working on that I wanted to do with with my Discord, or with like the stream community that I have, where we can make little trading cards, so all the artists could make trading cards of their characters. And then we could exchange them and have like a little card exchange, which would be really cute. You know, like kind of like a collab where we all like make our own characters, and then I could print them all off, and then we could like everybody could get a set of OC cards. I thought it'd be cute, you know, like trading cards. You know, I think it would have been fun. So I made like a mock-up with Ozzy, right? So it'd be like character name here, little description, or I guess like a short flavor text that you would have on like a Magic the Gathering card. And then like here's on the back of the card it'd be the title and like just some information, like what their race is and like what their job is. More of a description, and then like stats maybe? I don't know. Like something that could be fun. Like obviously in D&D they have like the normal like strength, charisma, dex, etc. stats, but it could be anything else. Like in Mabby it could be like luck or will. you know, stuff like that. But I don't know, that was kind of like an idea. I think I had a different version of the card too. Oh yeah, I had this version of the card that was like way more Magic the Gathering, so it had like an attack, defense, and like, oh, when this character is in play, each ally you gain is like a +1/+1. That's very Magic the Gathering. That's very trading card like playing game. But I mean, I think this would be fun too, where you could like make little cards and like you could make like a card game for your characters. I've always been really interested in board games and tabletop games. When I originally went to college, there was a project that we ended up doing, which was making a board game, and that was like a big chunk of our grade in that term. And I had a lot of fun making like a little mock-up of a board game, and it's always like kind of been in my head for a while, wanting to make some sort of physical game. For people who listen to me yap about art and stuff, they know that I love making merch. And I love making like real pieces of art that you can like have in your hand. It's fun. It's really fun, and I think like card games or tabletop games are like super good for that. I don't know why. I think the reason why I didn't end up doing this project was doing card frames, like the border and stuff, is a lot of work, and making something that looks good enough for a template that other people could use is also a lot of work. And I wasn't like 100% sold on the idea yet. When I brought it up to people were like, oh, that'd be cool, but I don't really know much about like card games. And I was like, oh, that's fair. Maybe this is just a me thing. Maybe I just really like this, and like other artists that I've interacted with don't particularly care very much about card games. But I don't know, maybe I'll make this for myself at one point. I did make an entire deck of cards. Let me pull those up, actually. I made an entire goddamn deck of cards at some point. That was really fun. You're gonna have to cut this down, Hero. I'm sorry. I'm just yapping now. Take and choose what you want from all of this. Okay, where are they? Playing cards. Here we go. Yeah, cool, awesome. So yeah, I'll just like go through the deck of cards. You know, we got the aces. Woo, fantastic. We got the jacks. You know, this was very fun. Oh, hey, look, there's Maka as one of the jokers. We got the kings. The queens. All of these characters were characters in our game. Oh, hey, there's also a Tane, Lamau. But yeah, that was really fun. Maybe I'll make those little playing cards eventually, the TCG. I don't know. It would be fun. I could always make them. Maybe I'll make them for the Soul Streamers. Maybe I'll make them for just like Mabby NPCs. I don't know. One day. Last thing that I found was this. So this was a very big picture that this is as far as I got. I'll show the sketches of this one as well. Here we go, here's a sketch. I wanted to do this as the final piece of artwork that I did for the very first campaign that we did. That was like in the Mabby / Aaron / Vindictus like storyline for our D&D game, and it was a wedding. So these two characters, this one is my character, this was an NPC, and they were getting married at the very end of the game. That was like the epilogue of the game. And I wanted to have the big wedding with all the NPCs that survived, all the NPCs that were our friends coming to the wedding. So like it was a huge thing. I had like all this stuff. There's a wedding cake in the background here. There's like the boys hanging out, cheering their glasses. The gals, she's huge. Don't mind that. These two yapping about business, the younger kids sitting at the table getting wasted, of legal drinking age in fantasy medieval world. Don't worry about it. And then like the main party that was these four here at the end kind of thing. Here it is. Here's the like almost. I was like working on it, so I like painted the characters mostly, and the tables, and then I was like just working on the background at this point. And what happened? So what happened with this one? This one very specifically ended up being kind of a I don't know, like a struggle. Was I made post game like a height chart, I guess, or it was like a reference sheet for the different characters so that I could draw them and have like, oh, I can like figure out their outfits, I can figure out all this other stuff. Like here's the outfits that I was drawing for them, for the different characters. I was trying to just figure it out. But what ended up happening was that I think not to sound like I don't know. I finished that chart and then I realized, oh, you know what? I could do this whole fucking thing so much better. I could do this whole thing way better with better colors, better like design of the characters, making them look more, I guess, like physically different. And I think what ended up, it was just like I improved too much. I improved too much in art that making this and trying to paint the lines that I already put down and all the characters and stuff, I was like, ooh, this isn't actually that good, but I'm so far into it. I've already spent hours working on this that I don't want to redo the whole thing. And I think I just stopped at that point. I was like, I'm done. I'm okay. Also, man, doing backgrounds is a lot of work. It's a lot of also, how many fucking characters are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? 13 characters? That's a lot of people to draw. But yeah, I think I one, improved a lot over the time me trying to make this. 2, making backgrounds is really complicated, and 3, got maybe a little bit too over ambitious at the point when I end up making this. And then we ended up playing we started another campaign. We started campaign 2. So like I wasn't as invested in this anymore. I still care a lot about it. It was such a wholesome moment, them having the wedding and everything, but I think this piece of art is like one of the biggest time sinks that I never actually finished. I'm the kind of person who, when I make a piece of artwork, I usually finish it within that week. Because if I don't finish it within that time frame, if I don't finish it within like a couple of days or like that week, I'm cooked. I'm not gonna have the brain rot. I'm not gonna have the inspiration to finish it if it goes longer than that. And I think that's what ended up happening here as well. It took me a really long time. I usually finish art pretty quickly within the week, so when it started taking too long, it was tough. But yeah, art. I could yap about art forever. That's a couple of stuff. That's a couple of things that I worked on. I hope you enjoy. I hope you have a good Merry Christmas. I hope you have happy holidays. And I hope in the new year you can finish those projects that you want. Because I know I'm going to be busy with a lot of stuff that I want to do. I need to write a list. Writing lists are helpful. I'm going to probably do that later. Maybe even today. I hope it's all good. Have a Merry Christmas. I'll say it again. I'll do it clearer. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy holidays to everybody. And I hope that we can have a good time when I see you again. Also, thanks, Hero, for inviting me to yap about art. Cheers.
Side tangent. While we're here, we're gonna talk about some of the merch I got from Mabinogi while in LA, and I think I have to dump this out. So here's the rebirth potion. I think weird things are starting to grow in it, which is kind of disgusting. Look, wait, let me look at that. Can you see that? I think weird things are starting to grow in that. I'm gonna have to dump that out. And then I get the little Lorna pin. Or her keychain, not pin. Double-sided tape, which I don't know if I'm actually going to use it, but I'm going to keep it. Why is it? The video is flipped. Huh. Some stickers. And then on the back, it says, enjoy your fantasy life. And this good old notebook. It's pretty cool. And a pair of sunglasses. Oh, one more thing. And this thing. This actually came from Korea. So shout out to the Nexon, the Mabinogi team that went to Korea. I think it was like RC, Nealon, and somebody else. But they brought a bunch of stuff back for us, and that was super cool. Especially since in Canada I can't get merch. It sucks. So I couldn't even express how grateful I am to have gotten this stuff from them. It's just nice. It's a lot. And it's like the Mabinogi logo. Wow, this is eerie. This is supposed to be a Christmas special. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, enough of that. All right, now it's time for the questions and answers part of the video. So I opened this up on Discord and YouTube. Anyone had a chance to ask a question, and we're going to start from top to bottom. So with Lan, we have her asking, if you could have one non-arcana skill in real life, but keep it a secret from everyone, what skill would you choose? Now, I actually only had to think about 3 seconds for this one, but the one I would choose is easily Harmonic Saint. If you thought about real life application, okay, hear me out. Real life application, Dark Diviner, Elemental Knight, Alchemic Stinger. When are you gonna use those? What, you'll maybe get to use it a handful of times in your life to save your ass from getting killed? Like, what are you gonna do? Use it in a bar fight? I don't think so. What are you gonna do? Use it when you're walking and a bear walks up on you? How often does that happen? Absolutely blow that bear to dust. Oh, that poor bear. Anyway, so I would pick Harmonic Saint because on the low, if you get sick, you could heal yourself. If, you know, I'm not exactly sure how healing would apply in real life. Like, if you're about to die, like, let's say you get, like, I don't know, an illness, and you're absolutely about to fade away. Does that count as, like, HP, or does that count as, like... Anyway, semantics. But I would easily pick Harmonic Saint, because on the low, you could pop a healing skill and heal someone. Alright, this next great question, we have Pickle Nips asking, can soap be dirty? From personal experience, yes, soap can be dirty. I feel like I should elaborate a little bit more on that. But you know what? I don't think I will. We'll leave it like that. Soap can be dirty. So we have good old Scar asking, a while ago, Nexon announced a big visual update, which apparently is supposed to update combat as well. Do you think that will improve older combat talents as well? How do you think older combat focused talents be affected by it? I'm talking about mostly general close combat. So with this update, I'm not expecting huge major changes right off the bat, right? I'm expecting us to see the visual update rollout, and I'm expecting things to play a little bit differently in the sense it's a new engine. So I'm thinking it might be a little bit more fluid in terms of a little bit more action like, right? Like you're still gonna have to load your keys, but I feel like everything's just gonna feel a little bit fresher, a little bit cleaner, a little bit more nice. That's what I'm expecting. I don't expect a big rework right off the bat, but because it's a new engine, I fundamentally think that the gameplay will change. Question number 2 from Scar. What do you think would make Mabby more of a game open towards newer players? As right now, it feels like only way to take part in anything relevant, interesting, is by making a mad dash towards endgame as soon as possible. Simple. I've been saying this for years, okay? I think the one big thing Mabinogi needs is the incentive to run older content. Now, they've done that through some means, such as like Stardust and other things like that, but I think there needs to be a little bit more. And that little bit more could be something simple as Final Fantasy XIV has the daily queue system, the daily content run thing. I think it's called the Daily Finder. Anyways, all they would have to do is throw in the Daily Finder, scale some of the end game players down to like the recommended dungeon level, increase drop rates a lot for doing so. And I think incentive would be there to run content that you normally wouldn't run. So like as you're new playing the game, one of the ways this could benefit you is, okay, yeah, I cleared LB dungeon, I'm now doing car dungeon. I can daily finder my way into LB and get an increased drop rate in like LB dungeon for an enchant that I might need at this stage. There's just so much that needs to be reworked at the start of the game for new and old players. Daily Finder is just kind of a bit of a band-aid, but right now, everything in Mabinogi does push you towards endgame. I don't know, man, this is a hard one. I'm gonna have to do so many takes. Scar, these are good questions, but they're so goddamn wordy. But they're good, I love them. But I just woke up. Alright, question number 3 from Scar. What do you think would make dungeons, in general, more appealing other than giving them a 1% item drop grind? The current concept of hallway to cube to hallway to big cube just feels very dated and gets very boring fast for both new and old players. Alright, one thing that could easily fix this, I think, is add a few unique events that happen in these dungeons, right? Like right now we get those fountains and they're cool. They're cool the first 10 times you see them. But if they would add more unique things into this dungeon, it would be super, super sick. I would add something like, okay, let's say you're running car. When you open a chest, it has a chance of opening, summoning a boss from a previous dungeon, like a 10% chance. I don't know, unique events like that. So that way when you're running through, there's a chance for you to be caught off guard. Now, mind you, it is, once you hit endgame, it's irrelevant. But for new players, mid-game players, I think it has a chance to be really cool, especially if you think of like other ideas that you could do with that, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a previous boss, but it'd be cool to see like maybe a stronger NPC in there, like a villain, just kind of spawn in, and they're like, whoa, you're getting too far, let me try to stop you. If it like teleports you to like a random room and then you gotta backtrack a little bit, there's so many different things I could do that would just be fun, but I'm not entirely sure. These are really good questions. All right, number 4 from Scar. What do you miss from the older version of Mabby? Oof. Honestly, the biggest thing I miss from Mabby is probably the same as you, Scar, is the general feeling of teamwork, right? My best memories of Mabinogi come from when I'd be running content with friends. I would hop into a dungeon with them. We would take 20 minutes to clear the first floor. We're like, wait, how many floors was there? And then when you get to the next floor, it's like 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4. And you're like, oh shit. All right, everyone, let's set up a campfire, heal our wounds. We'll stop and use the bathroom and get some water, and we'll regroup. And like everyone just chat and wait and do that. And it was so much fun. And I get that we had to move away from that because time, but that's definitely something I miss from older Mabby. It was great. All right, question number 5 from Scar, final one. Any older talent or combat style you'd like to see make a comeback in relevancy? Now, something I would love to see is a rework for shields or a dedicated talent for axes. Now, I say that because they added all these weapons in, but never really did anything with them. So it'd be cool to see like the weapons they added, like the long pointy swords. I'm drawing a blank. They're like kind of more like that sport where you go pick. Anyways, I'd love to see like all major weapons have a talent associated with them as well. Like, you know, it would just be cool. I'd love to have like skills for a big axe, especially after what they did with astrologer. I think they could do something really cool with it. Like a lot of AoE damage, more of a tanky build with an axe would be sick. All right, next question from Unri. If you could create your own arcana, what would you create? And could you think of any skills for it as a reference? So going back to the previous question, I'd love to see an arcana using an axe. Now, I'm not exactly sure, since we have Harmonic Saint and then we have Elemental Knight, I'm not entirely sure what skill I would fuse with it. Because with the axe, I was thinking a lot of like AoE and maybe heals, kind of like a paladin, right? So, you know, you could smash your axe down, shatter the ground, and shoot all the enemies flying up into the air. So that way you have a few seconds to pop some skills, some potions, all that good stuff. I'm not really sure what I would blend it with because alchemy was already taken, but I feel like something loosely magic infused, maybe astrology. Astrology and the axe would go hard because astrology uses a lot of AoE. So an axe talent mixed with astrology, you get tons of AoE damage and it would look super flashy. I would love it. It would be sick. If you could design the next pet, what would you design? I get this. See this little guy? This little guy? I want him to be the next pet. I want this little guy to be the next pet. So bad. Look at him. He's got the goggles. He's got the little belly button. He's got the little butthole. I want him to be a pet so bad. Nexon, if you're watching this, please make him a pet. Please let me make him a pet. Please. Be like the corgi. He could be a little penguin, big penguin, a little bit more healing focused. It would be sick. Please make him a pet. Make him a little penguin. Maybe next Christmas. I am Canadian. It's always cold here. Maybe for the 2025 special, I'll be announcing this little penguin dude as a fun little collab with Nexon. Look at him. I made this guy. This is proof of concept. And I keep them right back here, every live stream. If you could erase one color from existence, IRL, which color would you choose and why? I think it'd have to be any neon colors. Man, it's so horrible when you're driving and you look at a car and it's a nice car, right? Nice car. And they got like neon green on it and it's like, ugh. Baby blue too. People love baby blue on their cars. I hate it. All right, we got Ragna Hilder. Face reveal when? All right, we got good old Nebbia. Which character would you want as a partner or friend, IRL, and why? Ooh, that is gonna stump me. I always tend to overthink these questions because when people say IRL, I tend to think of real life applications, real life scenarios, and it's a lot. It overwhelms my brain. I think what I would pick, if we're talking character or partner, you know what? I would actually pick now, because think about it. Anytime you die, now could bring you back to life. Bro, you're immortal. Oh, that would be sad though. Watching all your friends and family. You know what? That's not very Christmassy. I'm sorry, I ruined that one. Which pet would you want to be a real creature? Not your exclusive pet, but the pet will be an existing creature. No cards or inanimate objects. Fairies are allowed. Okay. So I could have a Mabinogi pet, but I'm not stuck with that pet for life. I can have other pets. I think I would pick one of the cat things that when you summon them, you get to pick a skill that you learn really fast. because then I could be like, hey, I want to learn this really fast, for example, Korean, and then you get 2 times Korean learning. My brain's going too fast. This is funny. My mouth can't keep up with my brain. Do you prefer the improved Unreal Engine 5 graphics or the current graphics for nostalgic? Bro, why can't I read? Why can't I read this today? It's like when I'm reading, my brain starts to like assume what the question is, and then I fill in the blanks, and then it's wrong. It's right, but the wrong words. This is an interesting one. It's a hard one, okay. I'm kind of in the camp of sitting right in the middle. I enjoy both styles. Unreal Engine I enjoy more because, you know, the game's old. We need some sort of graphics overhaul, and it's long overdue. There's something about the current, how janky it is, how rough around the edges, that makes my heart happy. It's kind of like old PlayStation 1 games when you go back and play them. It's like, yeah, the graphics are bad, but there's something, it captures a unique style, right? And I know they've only showed us early access work so far, or like super alpha stuff, but seeing everything so clean and polished makes me already miss what we have. I'm gonna be super excited when it gets here, 100%. But I'm in the camp of sitting in between both. I'm happy for new, but I'm gonna miss old, if that makes sense. If all classes were equally meta relevant, which talent would you want to see players use more and also use less? I think one talent I'd like to see people use more is lances. On paper, it sounds super cool, but they're super jank. And one that I would like to see less of is honestly just magic related classes. People love magic because it's an easy gateway into great damage, and I don't blame them. But bro, everywhere you look, you see mages. I feel like that Spider-Man meme where it's like, everywhere I look, I see him. And it's, you know, Peter looking up at a sign. And it's Iron Man. Anyways, yeah, I'd like to see lances get used more and magic get used less. What's one of your favorite moments in Mabby? Oof. Bro, that's hard hitting. If we're going back like to when I, you know, old Mabinogi, when I first started playing, I think my favorite moment has easily been playing during, like, I think it was maybe, I think it blends from closed beta all the way up to like G1 release, because we kept, back then the game was only Turchonail, and there was a statue, a rock blocking the way to the logging camp and to Dumby, and we would just sit there and hit stone and be like, what the hell does that mean? Then we'd go over to car and hit that and be like, all right, they have to be connected. It's a weird clue, but how do we do it? And everyone would be doing that. We'd just be there trying to figure out are we going to see a new area? What's the area going to look like? This is going to be crazy. And that was one of my favorite moments from the time of like discovering that there could be more to the game and then actually unlocking it. That's one of like my old school favorite memories, and sincerely one of my new favorite memories. It's going to sound kind of cheesy. I'm going to say it though, is chatting with you guys in Discord. When you guys leave comments, it makes me so happy to see a comment pop up on a video. Like my heart goes boom, 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 boom. And I get excited to see what people think. And even on live stream, it's why I live stream. I don't particularly enjoy live streaming. I'm more of a YouTube kid. That's not true. You know what? I like live streaming because I like talking to you guys. I don't know how to explain it. I think live streaming, I do it exclusively just to chat with all of you. So I think a lot of my favorite moments of Mabby today are from live streaming and playing the game with you guys. It's just amazing. Could you pronounce orthohynologist. Let me try that one more time. Could you pronounce orthohynologist? One more time. Orthohynologist. Otohino. At that point, it sounds like I'm just trying to speak a foreign language. Enough of that. Drip Happy, do you think astrologer plus dual guns are an interesting combo? I'm thinking of trying this out when astrologer launches. Now, I posted this a little bit before. By the time this comes out, it's Christmas. So sorry for the late reply, but it is on the Q&A for the holiday special. Honestly, depending where you're at in the game, anything is viable. You can use anything you want. So if you're not doing endgame content, you can use astrologer for endgame and then dual guns for a good chunk of the game. If you want to try it, I think it's an interesting combo. You get fast movement with dual guns, a lot of range, and then with astrologer, you get some range mixed in, AoE attacks. I think it would be a good combo for like early to mid game. I think it'd be fun to play. So I definitely think you should try that. All right, this is a bit of a long question from Hazel. I want to like Mabby. I love the art. I busted my ass getting a cute outfit I love. But what the f do I even do? I have no goals and no knowledge of what goals I could even strive for. I got rank 1 skills to make money, but what else is there? I played this game on and off for over a decade and still so lost as to what there is to do. Maybe this is too broad of a question, but I quit recently because every time I log in, I go, well, I got my fit. Now what? That is a really good question. Amazing question. Because I see a lot of people struggle with this. And then, they do what they think they're supposed to do, and then they burn out on the game and they never play again. And then they spend the next decade talking about how they love Mabinogi and they wish they could still play it more. And unfortunately, that's life. Oh. But one thing you can do, okay? Whenever you play Mabinogi, don't do what you're supposed to do. You gotta make your own goal, okay? Now, for some people, that goal is to become the best chef and sell their food. That's actually pretty common. You can set up a little kiosk, sell your food. People will buy it because it has great buffs. Some people, they want to, get caught up on content, so that way when something new drops, that's all they have to do. So some people grind out their Stardust, their Squires, get all their skills, Grandmasters, get all their skills to Dan 3. And then there's some other people who just want to get the best outfit. So with that, like the best gear, the best in slot. So with that, you'll see those people running content all the time, trying to make money, trying to get this stuff to craft it. Mabinogi is a lot more fun when you play with your self-imposed goals. Now, something as simple as being like, hey, I want to be the best chef in Aaron, and I want everyone to know my name. You can do that. Is it going to take time? Yeah. But if you grind out your cooking skills, you learn some good recipes for like attack, defense, you can open up a shop and think of a catchy name and everyone will come to know it. Mabinogi is all about setting your own goals and having fun doing them. So as much as I wish I could help you find a goal, it's something you have to find yourself. Like some people want to be the best commercer. It's good money. Is it a little boring? Yeah. But that's just me. My best advice is make some friends. And people say, shit, I gotta make friends. It's really easy in Mabinogi. You walk up to someone, say, hey, can I tag along? Boom. You probably made a friend by doing that. You can just shoot up a chat with them a little bit. But yeah, make your own goals and you'll have a great time playing Mabinogi. Until you can do that, you probably won't have fun. But find a goal. Find a goal. For example, my goal right now is to max out my Stardust and make a Solana. And that Solana goal has been carrying me for like the last 2 years now. And, you know, if you want to play sometime and you see me streaming, hit me up during the live stream. If we have space, you're more than welcome to tag along, even if you have to get carried. It's not about you being good, it's about hanging out with you, you try new stuff, and it's just a good time. That's why I live stream. We all come together. We're working towards this common goal of getting the sword made, and it's actually really fun. It's made me feel really close with some of you guys. Anyways, so that's my best advice for you, Hazel. Find your own goal and go from there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this holiday special. Sorry I'm not recording in front of the train anymore. It's not very festive, but that's a bit of a war zone because we're wrapping all the gifts out there. A lot of gifts this year. Anyways, it's been a treat putting this together, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And you know, I'll see you guys in the new year for some more streams, some more videos, and as always, if you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to other Mabinogi players, scroll down below. There's a Discord link. We're all super chill, but yeah, it's a safe space. We're all kind of relaxed. So yeah, if you want to hang out, talk to some other Mabinogi players, even if you're just coming back to the game, feel free to drop by, ask some questions if you're new. We're more than happy to help. But it's been such a pleasure. It's been such a great year. And thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. I wouldn't be here without you. It's been such a pleasure.